Well, happening now, Mayor Olivia Chow is at Eastbound Brewery to announce more details on the Curb Lane Patio program. Let's listen in live.
Joining me now is your local councillor, Councillor Paula Fletcher, the person that has been working night and day with the staff and local businesses with her many years of experience to say, this is how you get Cafe Patio working. So join me in welcoming Councillor Fletcher.
Thank you, Mayor. Here. Thank you very much, Mayor, and welcome to Riverside Business District, Mayor, staff, everybody here into our beautiful Riverside BIA. And I was lucky enough to be here at the beginning of the pandemic when Dave had his first patio, and Dave has had one every year since then, including last year when we said we're going to make these a permanent affair. And it wasn't as easy for you last year. No, and Jennifer says not easy for me either. So thank you very much for sticking with it, making it permanent, City of Toronto and Mayor, and snip, 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 cutting all the red tape to make this easy to do. It should not be hard to do to put patios on the street, to have a signature program like Cafe Tio that everyone loves so much in the summer. And to also have Cafe Tio that's accessible. Doesn't matter how you're able, if you've got a walker, if you've got a wheelchair, if you've got a stroller. In our Cafe Tio, you can get right on that patio and enjoy a cold one. So I'm very happy that we're able to announce ahead of schedule. Thank you to Barbara Gray and her tremendous team that's behind us here, all in transportation services, for getting on with it, getting it done. I've not had any phone calls, desperate phone calls from any BIAs saying, oh my God, it's not happening. I've not had any phone calls from any businesses saying, oh my God, where's my patio? It's been a very smooth rollout. And that's the good news. Once we put our minds to something to fix it, it gets fixed. And Mayor Chow, you said, I'm going to fix it, and you fixed it. So thank you so much for that leadership this year in an effective, wonderful rollout of this signature program.
Thank you. The word is actually we did it together. Joining us also is Pat Tobin from Economic Development Division. As you know, it is a multi-division work, and it took a lot of people working together to say, we're going to make this a lot smoother and easier, and here we are.
Okay, that is Mayor Olivia Chow and Councillor Paula Fletcher speaking at the Cafe Tio installation kickoff this afternoon. Cafe Tio has, of course, become a permanent program in the city, allowing restaurants a chance to expand their dining space to curbside patios. It was created during the pandemic to support businesses, so we'll have more on that. Let's listen in live.
How do you design it, etc.? I think you may want to ask this question, Barbara. Do you want? Okay. The real expert is going to try to answer that question. Here you are.
Thank you, Mayor. So the question about last year, a couple of things. In addition to what Mayor Chow has said, we also had, after the big snow in 2022, there was a lot of interest in making sure that our frontline staff were out doing spring cleanup. So we also started on May 15th. That was the beginning of the season last year. And in making it a permanent program, we also needed to ensure that all of the safety setups were appropriate and well reviewed. And so at that time, we knew that we were hopefully going to be able to utilize some of that work from last year for this year, and we were able to do that effectively. And again, with the mayor's guidance and encouragement to get that done in November, we were able to actually get pre-approvals out to a number of the businesses who participated last year, this year. So it was a little bit of pain last year, but we were able to use a number of those processes to get a jump start on this year. And then we did not wait till May 15th to launch. We started as soon as we were ready.
Is there a feeling that it's kind of leveled off? I know those hopes that the suburbs would embrace it more, or could this keep building?
Well, maybe I can try. Well, there are 81 new restaurants coming in, which is great. And then, as you know, the Restaurant Association will tell you some of the restaurants are economically having a hard time. So the financial piece may not work for them. And I think that could be another reason. So also when it first started, it was all free. It was during the pandemic, right? Now things are settling in, which is great. I think those are the key reasons.
This became permanent. The city, because of our standards for accessibility, said everybody has to be able to get on the patios. So, and that's going to cost a little money. So remember, this was just, as you said, Mayor, free. Now it's costing. And businesses have now said, even last year it was kind of free because you put it up and then sometimes it got taken out. But does your business model for your restaurant include a curbside cafe? And I would say all those who return this year, their business model from here on in includes a curbside cafe on the street. And 81 new folks have come in to say, my business model also includes that. So I think we're now leveled and it can only grow, Dave.
I also want to just add one more thing about the Suburban. We have now said that in the strip malls, for example, that they could put out some a chair or table to right in front of their store or the restaurant, so that they can build into it, because it's less of a culture to be outside, but that could deliver, and that's very welcomed by the restaurant folks, but they don't need to apply for anything. They can just, when they want to, when it maybe gets too hot outside or it's too full, they can add a table and chairs out to attract more people coming into the restaurant. So that's faster, more elegant. Don't even have to apply.
So the question is, how much does a patio cost? It's a per square meter charge, and then there's an application fee as well that you only have to pay one time into the program. So they're all a little bit different. We have been very fortunate in working with economic development and culture and the federal government on some grant programs to help support businesses who want to pay for their patios, and that's an investment that they make. So I couldn't tell you specifically. If you'd like some examples, we're happy to provide those as a follow-up. But generally, per square meter costs an application fee, and then the offset that people can apply through the federal grant program.
Yeah, are we done on Cafe TO questions? One more, yeah.
Just I saw some commentary saying that the expansion of bike lanes in some cases prevents Cafe TO. Is that true? Are there some bike lanes where there's a trade-off and you can't have curbside seating?
The question is about are bike lanes having an impact on the ability to have Cafe TO? Certainly for those roadways that have integrated protected bike lanes like the Danforth and Yonge Street, takes a bit longer to set those up because we have to realign the curb stones to be able to accommodate both. But in most cases, we've been able to accommodate both.
All right, we've been listening to Mayor Olivia Chow and others talking about the Cafe TO installation kickoff. The program, of course, back for another year, and the city says it is making progress, so patios can open just in time for the May long weekend.